Hello, my name is Kyle Stevenson, and in this video we're going to cover how to create models for use in DAFNI and how to upload them to our servers using the DAFNI web-based front end. A model in DAFNI refers to a specific piece of code that we can run in DAFNI. It may, for instance, be some code that is written in C++ that measures the expectation of a flood occurring in a particular region in the future, or it could, for example, be a traffic program that is written in Python that's designed to estimate traffic flow for road system changes. In DAFNI, we use Docker to run models, so the first step is to create a container for the model with Docker. By operating in this way, models can be written in a variety of computing languages, using different operating systems while giving consistent performance and results. And while a full Docker tutorial is outside the scope of this video, we will, at the end of the video, show you how you can Dockerize a test example. In order to start our exploration of how we use models in DAFNI, we first click in Models in the DAFNI sidebar after we log in to the website, or we can click in View Models on the home page. After we do this, we can view the list of models that we can currently access in DAFNI, and these models that we can see, these are a mixture of models that we have uploaded or have been made publicly available by other users in the DAFNI platform. If we click on one of these models, we can see how it has been set up. While we can't see the code itself for a model, we can see the parameters that have been set up there and the metadata that has been assigned to the model so that we know what it does and how it will run. In order to upload a new model in DAFNI, we first return to the Models page in the front end, and then we click on the Add Model button on the top right-hand corner of the page. This will take us to a web form where we can upload our model. First, we need to confirm that we're ready to upload our model, and that is in the checkbox on the left-hand side column. We then need to add two files in the right-hand side column. The first file will be a Docker image for our model, that's the tar.gzip file. The second file is a configuration file which is in the .yaml format. We can click on the Upload Model button on the bottom right hand corner of the Add Model page. The files will now be uploaded after clicking this button, and it's very important not to interrupt this process or the upload will fail. Basically, don't refresh the tab. That's the main thing to keep in mind. After the initial upload is complete, you will then be returned to the list of available models, one of which should now be the model you just uploaded. Typically, the status will show a grey clock. This indicates that while the model has been uploaded, the model is not yet fully deployed within DAFNI's system yet. It will turn green when this model is ready to use. Though it won't automatically refresh, you can check if this is updated by manually refreshing the web page. Once this status turns green, this model is then fully ready to be run in a DAFNI workflow. Now, the .yaml config file that we just uploaded, the companion file to the Docker image, will typically contain information about the model and will also allow you to set up input parameters for this model. These input parameters will be set up as environment variables when the model is run inside DAFNI and are accessed as such inside the model code that you have written. For additional information on how to set this up properly, we recommend looking at the DAFNI documentation page. You can find this at any point when you're using your front end by looking for the question mark, which will be in the top right hand corner of the web page. Any input files that are also required by your model can be defined in this file too. In the example shown, an optional slot has been set up for an input CSV file. There is one last thing we need to cover, and that is to explain where the tar.gzip file comes from. As previously mentioned, this file is a Docker container and contains all the files we need to run our model. The example we're going to use for this was written in Python, but of course could just as easily have been written in Fortran or C++. If we look at the shell terminal, which is the black coloured window, we can see the Python code, the 2.py files, which we want to run. There is also a requirements.txt file, which lists the libraries this code needs to run. In order to Dockerize this code, we need a Docker file. You can see this to the left of our terminal. This file gives Docker all the instructions it needs to install the necessary libraries and then run the code. In order to create the actual tar.gzip file, which is the container we upload to DAFNI, we first build the container with the following commands, and then we save the container as a tar.gzip file with another command. It should be noted, of course, that Docker will need to be properly installed on your computer for these commands to work. You can see some pointers for how to do this within our instruction guide, within our documents. We hope this video has been informative, and we hope it will help you to develop and work with models in DAFNI.